Hello everyone, welcome back on Gayatri's English Hub. Today I have such an amazing personality. I have hosted her in India. She's from France. She has been traveling on bicycle for almost a few months, like 6 months over. She has a journey to complete from Nepal to France, and we are going to talk to her today. You'll get to learn a lot from this young girl. She's just 22, a bicycler, right? She has been traveling, and fortunately, I got chance to host her. So you will get to know more. How did I connect her, and how is she my friend? And the conversation is going to be in English, so you will learn a lot. Stay tuned to the video, and let's listen to her. So, hi Lilu, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I feel really great. Yeah, I'm now in Dharamshala in India, so in the mountains, and I'm like really happy to have this conversation with you and to meet all of you guys. Hi.
Thank you so much. So we will start, Lilu, with the small introduction. People must want to know, like, they want to know that who is she and how is she here on this channel. So let's start with a small introduction, and then we'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
good. So I'm Lilou. I'm a French woman, 22 years old, and I've been like traveling for a time now. First, like only with a backpack for 1 year and a half. And then I went back home, see my family, see my friends, and also preparing this big trip to do like Nepal to France by bicycle, as you say. So I start at the end of September. I arrive in Nepal with my mom. We traveled together for 3 weeks. Then she went back home, and I start really with my bicycle this time. So now it's been 5 months, and I spent 3 months in India. Um, and yeah, everything is like day per day thing. Just seeing the country, the culture, cycling a lot also. So yeah, that's what I am doing now.
Great. Um, to be honest, Lilu, the first time when I met you and when I talked to you, I was surprised to know that a 22-year girl, she's traveling on bicycle and she is ready to, like have a journey from Nepal to France, giving almost a year or more than 1 year on bicycle itself. It needs a lot of caliber, strength, mental strength, physical strength, right? And it is also something which is like overcoming a fear, because as we
Yeah.
know that like girls are not that comfortable to go outside even on planes, but you are the one who is making it on bicycle. So I really want to know what inspired you to do that, and how did it come on your brain that you should do something like that, quite adventurous. Yeah.
Yeah, true. It's not that common, but still, first of all, in France and in Europe, it's more common to see young people to go to travel around the world after the studies or after high school. So it's getting popular in our country. So this is why it makes more sense. And also like we can do that. So yeah, so I start to do that, to travel a bit. And once you start to travel in different kind of country and culture, you discover that most of the people are really kind and friendly, and they want to help you because they are curious, because they want to talk. And in India, I really saw that it's like people want to come to talk to you. They want to understand your stories and also like to just share their culture. So it's just amazing to be in this position of like discovering, meeting people. And I never felt it happens sometimes that I felt unsafe, but not that much compared to the long period that I am away from home. So yeah, that's the first thing. And what inspired me to do this big trip by bicycle is I think I was like on Instagram, just like, scrolling like everyone, and I was traveling and I saw this guy. He was doing France to South Africa by bicycle. And I was like, oh, that's a new way of thinking about travel. So I tried in Laos. I just went to bicycle and did like, for the first time, a small trip, 5 days of cycling, but it took me a longer time because I met people and they were like, come stay with us. We want to explain to you things. And I was like, okay, that's what I want to do in my life for a short time, like not a short time, but like give a full try to this way of traveling. And I just create this project step by step. I was like, where I want to go, what do I want to do? Is it possible? So, you spend a lot of time on internet just chatting with people, connecting with people that already made that. And then it was time to do it. So I just took my bicycle and came to Nepal. So yeah, it's people on other people that inspire me, and I just give it a try on myself and it works really well. And now I'm doing it and it's perfect.
Oh, yeah. You won't believe me. I mean, in India, that's fine. Girls are doing a lot these days. They are into different services. I mean, before it was not allowed for girls to get service in army, then navy. Like these are the defense services and defense mechanism of India, right? Army is
Yeah.
some ground defense force, then police force, and many more forces are there, like navy, and then air, like this Air Force as well. But these days, women are stepping up with men, and they are also getting services. They are also getting chance to serve in these different domains, right? Domains. But then um, doing this cycling, it's really rare, really rare.
Mhm.
Even if girls are doing in India, I know that girls do in India. But for me, for girl like me, I'm 24, you are 22, and then when I got to know, I was like, I have never traveled more than 200 kilometer alone ever in my life so far. And knowing the fact that you are the one who has been traveling for 1,000 miles and only on bicycle, that just left me speechless. I was just surprised, right?
Yeah.
Great. So you mentioned one thing, that this experience, this cycling experience, you started from Nepal, that right now you are in India, then Pakistan,
Yeah.
then many more countries are there further. And how long did you stay in India? It's for 3 months, right?
Yeah, it's been like exactly 3 months now in 1 week.
Great.
So
Yeah. So how
yeah.
has the experience been in India so far? How are the Indian people?
It was amazing, but also very intense. And that is like India for everything. It's like you are the biggest population in the world. The country is just maybe 4 or 5 times bigger than my own country. You have so many different kind of like culture, food, architecture, ethnic, everything. Everything is like more I stay in this country and less I think I understood it because every part is different. Even the language are different. So sometimes it's like overwhelming, but also so incredible. And I'm like, every day I'm discovering new things about it. And the people, most of the country, I would say they are extrovert people because they just came to see me and like, or even to each other, they talk to everyone all the time, asking themselves, oh, where are you from? And like start to chat. Doesn't matter who is in front of them. And it's very different from my own culture. Like people don't chat to people that they don't know, not that much. Um, so it's just so amazing to see that, but also like very tiring sometimes also. But I enjoyed to stay 3 months in India, yeah.
Great, great. No, even it happens in India as well. The people, it used to be in past where people used to make relationships on trains, on buses. I mean, they would randomly start a conversation and they would even get friends. But as technology is evolving every single day, so we have different separate smartphones, we have things. So generally people don't talk to each other. You are the one who is quite unique face, such an angelic smile you have. So people just reach out to you, right? Even I, when I saw you, the place you were, I just reached out to you. I talked to you. I was really curious to know more about you. Then we stayed together. That is the best memory of my life, which I have created. And you gave me that chance to host you. So, okay, how was the experience at my place? Tell me that.
Yeah, it was just so unexpected and just so amazing because you are saying that you are so grateful that you were able to host me, but it's also like for me one of the best feeling that I had because you just arrived from nowhere. You're like, hi, can I make you visit? You had like so much energy, and even with your mom, she was like so happy, and your father, and so it was like a very good exchange because you wanted to share with me what is like your life here and what is this city that normally I arrived because I was like going from Agra to Rishikesh by bicycle. So I knew it will take me 5 weeks to do 5 days to do that. And it was like in the middle of this. And so normally I arrive in the city, sleep one night, and then left in the morning. So I never really get the chance to visit. So you give me this opportunity, and yeah, we just hang out together the whole day and have a very good conversation and show me how is it to live in this city and understand also your way of living and how you do that. And it's also inspired me a lot. So it was a lot about perspective that we exchange because I arrived with my way of seeing India and you have a glimpse of it because we were like going all around in your place and you saw that everyone were curious and want to talk with me and like very like friendly. And you also explained to me that it's not like your daily life. It's not always like this. And that is was really surprised me is that we exchange what was our way of living for a time. And so interesting, so amazing to do that.
That's great. Thank you so much for that. I mean, yeah, obviously that was not the way I generally go for, right? I am more into my work and things. But then it was quite intense for me. It was something that, oh, I could talk to you heart to heart because
Mm.
you are, the girl who wants to fly, who wants to add feathers, who wants to find out what do you want to do, and I'm on the same path. But then one thing which I learned from you is like how to be very open and how to execute things. Even I
Yeah.
watch a lot of content on internet. I watch people who ride bicycles and bikes and they do adventurous things that somehow makes me feel like that I must do something like that. But then I have never been able to muster that courage to step out of my home. And after once you left, from my place, my mother was missing you a lot. But then I decided that no matter what, by the end of this year, I will have a short solo trip. Small, but
It's
I will.
amazing.
Right?
Yeah, we were talking about this. I'm so happy that you step out of
Yeah.
your room and step out of like your world, kind of going uncomfort for a bit and try.
Yeah, I will definitely try. So now you will be moving from India to Pakistan and other countries. Obviously, you have to take, I think, 7 to 8 months more to reach to your country. How do you bring this much strength, first of all? Like the people I have shared with so far, that there is a girl, she is, I just randomly stumbled upon her, and then we talked, we stayed, I hosted her, and then she is traveling from Nepal to France on bicycle. They are just like, it blows their mind because they're like, how it is even possible? How can someone ride bicycle for straight 1 year or 12 months or 13 months? I said, I don't know. How does she even bring that much strength and caliber? So, how do you bring that caliber and strength to ride it?
It's it's something that I learned on the way. Is that if I think about the whole project, even myself, I'm getting it's like too much and I'm getting scared of it and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. It's something that came in my mind a lot also. But when I like kind of split it in like different achievement and objective. Like I'm like, okay, now I want to go to this village and it's like 500 kilometers far from me. Now I'm used to 500 kilometers. So I'm like, I can do it. It's 5 days in India because everything is flat. If it was in a country with mountain, I would say maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. But I'm like, okay, I'm separating everything that is something that my brain accepts and I do step by step. And if I arrive in front of like a very steep hill and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be so tired, it's too difficult, then of course it's going to be so difficult and I'm going to cry and scream again. But if I'm like, okay, I do one by one, oh, I feel now good, okay, I can continue, then I make it on top of the hill and everything is fine. So it's something that I'm learning through like those 5 months of cycling is that never thinking too far. Like, of course, you have one goal, but I don't think that much about going back to France. It's like, okay, now I want to go there and I can do it because I already made it. And I do like this every day.
Right, you are giving me a best learning here, I must say. Like, that is something really great. Everyone knows, right, that you cannot achieve your dreams in one day, but you can achieve your dreams one day. That's how it works. But then people forget the process, right? They forget it, like how to divide it into small chunks, small pieces, where your brain can adapt. Like, if I give example, if you tell your brain right now that, oh, I have won like 7 crore rupees or to 10 crore rupees, it will not accept it, but it cannot see. But if you tell your brain that, oh, I have 10,000 rupees, it will accept it. And then 10,000 to 1 lakh is easy, and 1 lakh to 2 lakh is easy. But then you go 1 lakh to 1 crore is something which your brain can never accept. So you have to
So,
make it amazing that, Lilu, I
yeah.
was going through your Instagram profile and I watched a reel there where you had some tears in your eyes. I think your cycle broke somewhere. That was something which also moved me. Because I was like, oh gosh, like such a young girl have decided, she has decided to do something, but still some challenges come, and you have to accept those challenges, you have to navigate those challenges. And cycle is something, bicycle is a technical object, I must say. Like, if it breaks, it breaks, right? Then you have to
Mhm.
wait to get it fixed, to get it repaired, and then you are worried on the way, for God's sake, or if it happens, that you have to overcome all those challenges. And I was watching one of your reels, which somehow made me feel very upset and uncomfortable. So, then how do you deal with such challenges? It's not a small journey. I'm really telling you, 1 year takes a whole village to think about that. Okay, I'm going to travel for straight 1 year to 14 months. It's never something which I can commit ever in my life. At least for now, I'm not ready at all. But then challenges, right? How do you navigate those challenges? How do you make sure that those challenges do not, overpower you, and they do not affect you emotionally to give up on your journey, and to they push you to continue?
Yeah, I mean, when I left to start this journey, I didn't know anything about bicycle, and I still don't know anything about bicycle. But I learned stuff because I met other cyclists, and they teach me how to do small changement. And also back home, I went to see some people that are really like specialists in bicycle, and I was like, "Can you teach me some basic stuff that I could like use during my trip?" So I learned that for like one day we spent the full day just like changing the wheel and the inner tube inside and some brakes so I can fix them. And now when I have some struggle with my bicycle and I make it fixed by someone, I'm always like on the side and looking and asking some questions. So like learning every day a bit more about it. But still I have this big fear, like some small voice that is like, you don't know to do that. And I know that like the next country that I'm going to cross, it's more desertic, less people, less place to fix it. So I'm like a bit anxious about it and nervous, but uh, I'm also very optimistic and I know that there will be always some people to help me because I have a huge trust in humankind. um, so I know I will figure it out. And if no one is there, I know that my brain is also kind of smart and will find things to fix or to find solution. And because we are like all very kind, all very smart and logical, and if you at some point when you don't have any choice, you manage things. Your brain is here to help you. So I'm like, okay, I maybe don't have all the knowledge in the world about bicycle, but I know how to survive and I know how to learn things so I can make it. And this is how I manage my fear. I'm like, okay, it's okay. I can make it. Everyone can make it. And if I don't know, I just go to ask some people and that's it.
I mean, listening to you is giving me chill in my bones. That you are going to move to the different country, and then less people, more deserty area. Like you have less communication in that country. That's as far as my knowledge is concerned about Pakistan. You have less communication there, right? So then, and I really wish you that happy and safe journey in the country, that you pass it and you navigate all the challenges. Even India has been very intensive and intense to you. I have personally witnessed, right? I had only heard few things about, see, that how it happens, how intensive it gets for foreigners who come to India. But when I witnessed with my eyes, it surprised me and it left me speechless. I was like, for girls, it's very difficult to deal in such situations where suddenly, like, people bombard you and then they come to you, they surround you, right, and they somehow forget some stuff, and then you have to deal, you have to navigate. And I am the one who cannot make my composure in these situations. I sometimes lose my temper. I'm like, how can you even behave it? But then I loved the way, like, those 24 hours, Lilu, were for me full of learnings, full of perspectives, full of strength you gave me, full of emotions you put it out to me, which helped me to understand that nothing is impossible if you are ready to do it. So you can do it. It's just like maybe later or sooner, but you can do the things, right? So that's how it works. Maybe a 28th of Feb, your visa is going to end for India, right? And
Yeah.
then
Mm.
1st of March, you will be in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So, and you have traveled, how many states have you traveled in India? Like UP and
Yeah, so I think 6 different or 7 different districts, yeah, of India.
states,
Yeah,
states.
states, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
UP,
states.
Uttarakhand,
Uh,
where you are, Rishikesh.
Madhya Pradesh,
You are not audible
Punjab.
clearly.
Oh, sorry, you
Yeah,
can hear me?
yes.
Okay. So I was in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. So now it's Himach Pradesh, Dharmshala is that? And then I will be in Punjab. And
Yeah,
also I went south, but without my bicycle,
yeah.
with the train to Kerala and Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand? What?
Uttarakhand?
Yes. And
Yeah, that is
no.
Rishikesh, Haridwar.
Yeah, so that's, yeah, okay. So, no, which one was it? So Kerala and you have Goa. And where is MP? I don't know the name
MP
of
is
this one.
like in the,
Okay, so in this
yeah,
part.
yeah,
So
great.
that's the, yeah.
Yeah, so
Mm.
UP, MP,
Yeah,
Uttarakhand, Goa,
yeah,
Tamil,
yeah.
Telangana, Kerala. Yeah,
Kerala,
then you
yeah,
will be in Punjab,
yeah, exactly.
six
And
to
yeah.
seven
And the
states.
one for Dharmshala is Himachal Pradesh, something like that.
I'm not sure about Dharamshala, but it's in India. That's what I know today. But no
Yeah,
worries. I mean, almost seven states, and I would say north to south. I mean, Kerala is in south part of India. Then UP and Uttarakhand is like they are north part of India, and then Punjab, like you go for such an intensive way to explore India. I must say that it these seven states offer you a lot. They offer you a lot, right? So, what are the
yeah.
best things
And
you have been in these states?
first is like so difficult because they're all so different. It felt like I was traveling in different country, and it was just amazing to see. Even like the alphabet were different, the language, the people were different, the food, and that was so amazing because in 3 months I had like a glimpse of many, for me, many different kind of country, even if I was still in India. So it was very surprising. Um, the best was first the food. I love the Indian food. It's just amazing, all of them. I love because you use so many spices. We don't use that in France. We use salt, pepper, and sometimes some curry, but not that much. But here it's like full of flavor all the time, and I'm like, oh, it's so good. And then what else? All the landscape in the south was so amazing with like the palm tree and the sea and the water everywhere. So beautiful to witness. In the north was all those palace and temple. They were like so big, gigantic, and in many very fine arts, and subtle to tell stories by images and statues. And it was so impressive to see that it's very old culture, but very meaningful one. So yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Great, great. They are very thoughtful. I wish I could also make you visit and explain more places in India if you had more time, because Delhi is the capital of India and Delhi has a lot to offer, full of food, spices, architecture, beautiful infrastructure is there in Delhi. Right, so I wish I had more time with you to make you travel
Um,
India. India is full of varieties, full of traditions, cultures, different traditions, different customs you come across. Amazing to know that. And then you have also had experience. You have also has experience. You have experienced the different sites, which is sometimes it's a roller coaster journey, right? Being a girl, you also face some challenges, which are undeniable for me. Being an Indian, I accept.
yeah.
So that is something which is intensive. I have a very last question to you.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you navigate your emotions at times? Like, don't you feel like giving up? Like, okay, it's enough for me. Let's give up now.
Um, I think there is no part. I've made this checkout only when I arrived, like in here in Dharamshala. It was the end for India. I was like, is there some part of me that want to give up? And there is no part of me that have this. Uh, I'm like, I know that it's like the right path for me and the right way of traveling, and I really, what do I say? Yeah, I'm passionate about this and I see myself and I get very creative about the people that I'm meeting, the hours that I spent on my bicycle, the culture that I cross. So I'm like, that's exactly how I want to live my life for this moment. But of course, a lot of doubt, a lot of tiredness. So sometimes when I do like a long moment of like out of my comfort zone, then I know also now how to treat myself and like being really kind. So sometimes I'm like going to a very nice place where I felt like home. Sometimes I'm like spending the day with nothing and just eating very good food. Uh, Also meeting people where it felt like home, like when you're just hanging out and have some good conversation and like not doing anything. It was like kind of like you because for a time I felt like I was part of the family and that remind me my family. And I was like, okay, that's a moment where I can get some rest. When I was in Rishikesh, I was with two other French women and we spent most of the time together. So speaking my language was good. Having the same references for like TV shows, song and everything felt like honor also a bit. So this is how I manage it. I spent also a lot of time speaking with my family and my friends by phone. So this is how I manage my emotions, like this going out of my comfort zone, but also like finding ways how to go back and kind of like being kind with myself. So yeah. But yeah,
That's
sometimes I'm crying,
great.
sometimes I'm smiling, sometimes I don't want to see anyone and I don't want to travel anymore. And then I take some time off and then it's good again.
Great, great. I mean, I'm so surprised that I really, obviously, you are talented enough, you are strong enough, you are bold enough, you are brave enough, courageous enough to make sure and complete your journey, and you will make it out. I know that. You really don't know how you are inspiring me as an individual, and I wanted to put it out. And obviously, once you complete your journey from Nepal to France, once you reach there, I will talk to you again. It will take you to get there 6 months. It is going to take you 6 months, and after 6 months, obviously, there will be more audience on my channel to know one story of Lilu from France, a strong girl, right? I don't get tired of talking about you since the time we have met. I keep talking about you all the time. She is such an inspirational girl. But I want to tell one thing, everyone. She is really talented and intelligent and intellectual enough to navigate the ways practically. So if you are watching her, it's really good to get inspired from someone, but also uh, make sure that you are understandable enough, and you are the one who understands all the in and outs of traveling on a bicycle. So she is prepared financially, mentally, physically, in all the way possible. Do not neglect such practical precautions to leave your before you leave your home, right? One message, Dilu, you will give for girls like me and girls like many more out there who are waiting to get the push, which they can get push from people like you. So you would like to give message.
Uh, First, before saying the message, I wanted to say that you also inspire me a lot because I think we are like on the same path of way, but like not doing the same way because I'm this young woman that just like try to make things happening and have like one vision of what I want to do and just try every day to do it. And you're also doing the same thing because when I was like talking about what you are doing, you just find a way, very intelligent, smart way of doing, using internet, using social media, YouTube to create your project, inspire people. And it's like exactly what I am doing, but with my bicycle. And I'm like inspired to know that you connect people and you inspire people from a computer internet that works for you and you make your way financially from this and so it's possible um to do it and that was like mind-blowing for me also to see that so what I wanted to say to girl is yeah for sure it's more dangerous for us and for sure um your fear about going out of world are completely
Come a bit closer to Mike.
yeah,
Yeah.
completely like normal because we are not treated by men the same way that men goes out. But it's okay because many women wants to do that. So you can gather, you can connect with them and like make things changing and more women we are out of the world and we show how strong and independent and smart we can be and more we teach men that we can do it and that we don't need them and we are not scared anymore and yeah and I think like we just try to fight in our own reality because my reality is that I'm able to do that financially and I'm able to do that because I'm uh, a European person coming to another country, but in your city, in your village, doing just small things that is like part of your life, it's already a big step. And like just do what you can do and as you feel also that you can do. No one, like, not every woman has to do big step and fight for that because we don't have the same reality of that. But like just do what you can do. That's it. Just be yourself.
That's very nice. Yeah, great. So her message is to all the girls like, see, you don't have to step out just to show the courage. Obviously, wherever you are in the world, if something you really like to do, you can explore, you can take the smallest steps. She's also giving you a message that she accepts and acknowledges the fact that the world is not safe enough, but it makes you more stronger, right? So this is what Lilu has, and thank you so much for teaching this to me, especially because this conversation is it's for me to be honest. Like I am talking to you, we talked a lot, we shared a lot. You stayed, obviously, we stayed together for a day. We 24 hours were there, and even my mother misses you. She keeps talking about where is she? Has she reached safely, and is she fine? I keep telling her, yeah, she's fine, she's doing well. So definitely, I'll make you talk to her, but the message you are giving to the world, and by the time you reach France, a lot of people will be there. Guys, I will definitely leave her Instagram ID in description box, or maybe I will put it here. So make sure to follow her journey, learn something every single day. She keeps posting a lot of beautiful stories from different parts of India, and she's going to travel to different countries. So you will get to learn about that culture also, that how she travels and she experiences things and she navigates all these small and big challenges. So thank you so much, darling, for being here. I'm so
Thank
grateful. Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you.
It will
Thank
we'll
you.
see you again. We'll see you again.